Original fat boy in the building. Markie D, get it in. Mr. Let's Get It In. Markie D, getting it in. We're going to talk about the silo. We're going to talk about that today, I promise you, all right? But I don't have the silo light, so I'm going to have to tell you about it. I had it last week, but I gave it to a friend of mine that was a smoker, and I wanted him to stop smoking, so I hooked him up with the silo light, and I gave him a little pen, variable voltage Vapor Shark battery that I had, and I gave him the silo light, because I think it's great for, people who are just getting into vaping. That thing is they took him off of smoking. He stopped smoking. At least that's what he told me, so we'll see. Time will tell. You heard? But we're going to talk about the silo today, baby. The silo! Is it as dope as they say? Is it like the Nautilus, but to the next level? Is it like, we're going to see, because, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Psych. No, it's not there. I got it right here somewhere. Voila! The silo. That's that hole right there that all the guys are talking about. That hole, such a huge hole. It's deep, man, yeah. It's not like I'm in a porno movie, right? Nah, I'm not. It's the silo. Deer in the headlights jive. Look at the hole on that puppy. Now that's a bore. That's a bore for your ass there. Ah, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, this is the Silo from Beyond Vape. You can get it at Beyond Vape for $35. The Silo Lite is available for $15. And I'll tell you the story about how I got them completely, not confused, but I thought the Silo Lite was just another version of the Silo. No, sirree, it is not. But in any event, this is the Silo. It is a great, and when I say great, I mean great tank, man. A glassamizer, they call it, because it's made of glass. That Pyrex right there. It's a great glassamizer. If I would have had this when I very first started vaping, I mean, even though what I did have available to me the very first time I vaped, done. No more smoking. But this thing right here, like, without the shadow of a doubt, will stop any smoker unless they're just really like far gone, hooked on the physical aspects of holding a cigarette, the softness and all of that, because this is a completely different deal when you got a box mod or a mechanical, it's more to it as far as like, it's not the easiness of buying a pack of cigarettes, taking the wrapper off, turning that joint upside down, whatever y'all do, you know what I mean? Smoking out, your cigarette, just lighting it up and bang, and disposing of it, causing litter and all that, There's a little more to it with this, because you got to charge a battery. Certain tanks you have to actually build. You have to build a coil. You have to do all that stuff. But this is a great, fill up the tank, slap it on your joint, and go, and you're done. Like, you don't have to do nothing but fill it up, and every once in a while you change the atomizer head inside. But this is just like the Aspire Nautilus, because it actually uses the Aspire Nautilus head. And what makes this thing great is that, if some of you guys don't know, Aspire, they dropped that new coil when they released the Nautilus Mini. It's called the bottom vertical coil, and that's it right there. This coil, I know you can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it. I don't have my flashlight today either, so you're going to have to just trust me with it. It looks like a roll of toilet paper stuffed in there, like with the hole straight like this. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody took a roll of toilet paper, miniaturized it, and just slid it in there. And it's got the coil in the center. I have to talk in a few minutes. I got to do a talk break. So, and, this thing vapes like a beast. I mean, like, amazing, man. Like, let me show y'all, man. Now, don't get it twisted now. If you are into rebuildables, then right now, nothing is touching this right here. This is the Orchid. This is actually a clone from Tobacco. I'm going to tell you guys all about this on my next video. But this thing right here, I mean, as far as tanks, it destroys this. Like, it stomps a mud hole in that. But I got to build the coil. You got to wick it. You got to do all of that. You got to build it right. You got to know about Ohm's law and all of that. So if you're not privy to all that, then don't even think about this. Get an ohms calculator, learn, go on YouTube, watch all them channels and all of that, and learn how to do it and get into it before you even attempt to build a coil. But we'll talk about that later. Right now it's all about, let's see how this joint puffs it out. I got to do a break in a few minutes, 2 minutes exactly. So we're going to slap it on the IPV. I have never got a dry hit with this thing as long as I kept it no higher than 16 watts. So we're going to put it on the IPv2, 50 watt mod, but we're not even going to attempt to come close to 50 watts. We're going to put it at, it's on 24 right now because I was on the Orchid, but we're going to bring it down to 16. I mean, you can even do 18 as long as you don't, like, go too hard in, but 16 watts. Sorry. 16 watts, all right. It's 1.9 ohms is the coil on here. And right now it's giving me 5.5 volts. So like this thing, I got a lot of air flowing in the room too. Like this thing blows. Like it really doesn't even look like a lot, but it's a lot of vapor. Like this thing is really, really, really good. So once again, it's the Silo from Beyond Vape. Yeah, that's what it is. And you can pick it up at beyondvape.com. It is a great, 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 great glassamizer tank. Like this joint is off the chain. Make sure you pick up the bottom vertical coils though. All right, hold on one second. I got to do a break. All right, hang with me. I don't want to take my hat off my head. Look, I need a haircut. So we're gonna back. We're gonna white boy style it, throw it backwards like we in college. All right, here we go.
Flawless Instagram under the flawless pic. Flawless city with these flawless bitties. I got all these hundreds, you got all the 50s. I'm with some flawless women cause they mild and pretty. Cause dudes love bad women that be on they grizzly. Throw this hatchback, I be on my frisbee. Princess cut diamonds on my Disney. He want Monster, Nikki, and Sri Lanka. I told him meet me at the
Oh.
And let me show you how this cookie.
Oh.
This, that, get and eat the cookie fake.
Nicki Minaj. Right there, love that, man. 99 Jam South Florida showing for that hip-hop and R&B. Markie Dee, little Rich Homie Quan. Inside the King of Diamonds tonight. Rich Homie Quan, big birthday party gonna be off the chain, bro.
Feeling like the man when I walk through.
All right, I'm back. All right, fix, bang. Get back to Markie Dee status. There you go. Okay, my hawk is a little, yeah, I need a haircut. Sorry. All right. So like I was saying, the Silo tank is available at beyondvape.com. Go cop that immediately. You will not lose. I'm telling you, you're going to be so happy. The IPv2, I actually got this from a friend of mine. He gifted it to me. He owns a shop here in South Florida. It's called Vapor Life. And they shout to my dogs, shout to my whole family over there, shout to Cody, shout to everybody over there, man. That's fam over there, man. So big up to Vapor Life family that gifted me with the IPV. And the Silo Light, that's what I want to talk to you about. Now, my other good friend, my brother, shout out to my brother Keith, all right, Diamond Vapor here in South Florida. He went to ECC, and I didn't get the opportunity to go, so I asked him, I said, yo, just grab me something, bring me something. He's like, what you want? And there was a couple of things that I wanted at the time. I wanted the Aerotank Turbo, which was not available at the time. It's available now, but it wasn't available at the time. I asked him if he can get me that, and I asked him if he can get me a Silo. Because, they were out of stock on the website. They're back in stock now, though. And when he went to the Beyond Vape, and I wanted a Hurricane Drip Tip, and I didn't bring it with me, did I? No, I'm sorry, I didn't bring it with me. But I asked him to get me a Silo. So when he went to the jump, the table, the desk, they didn't have it. All they had was a Silo Light. So I'm like, yeah, grab me that, get that. So he brought it, and when I got it, I opened it up. To my surprise, it is nothing like the Silo. It is a great tank. And you can't put the bottom, no, actually, wait a minute. You can't put the bottom vertical coil in it either. Nah, you can't. It does not work in the Silo Light. But it's a good tank, all right? It's just that the airflow is very restricted. It is not adjustable airflow. It is not like this. It's not like where you can open this up as big as Bang from this, to smaller. Wait a minute, I'm unscrewing it down. Hold on, let me take this thing off and do this the right way. Hold on. Okay, so we'll start from the bottom. Starting from the bottom, now. All right, so this is the smallest air hole selection, right? And we'll just turn it like this. Then it gets a little bigger, and then bang, porno star size right there. And that's what gives you the great amount of vapor from this tank, and the flavor, because of that bottom vertical coil, is off the chain. Now I just happen to have a Nautilus with me. This is my modded Nautilus, which gets more actually vapor than this because I modded it to have more airflow. Now this glass shape is the same thing under there. When you screw this top off, I don't want to do it because I got liquid in there, but it's the same exact glass. It's the same. See that little white right there? Look, same thing. It's just made it sexier with this little like Trojan steel condom on top and the airflow. This is my drip tip that I added to it, but it comes with the regular Nautilus jump off, but that's without a drip tip. So now let me tell you about my mod real quick. I tell you guys I was going to put this in another video, but because last week I was so messed up, with the videos not being accepted, I'll tell you how to mod it real quick. All you got to do is you take pliers or whatever, and this bottom piece right here, you just gently tap it, tap, and eventually it's going to come off a little bit, and you just pop it off. When you pop it off, the air control that goes around this right here slides right off. When it slides off, a spring is going to pop out of there. Discard the spring, discard the air roll, the air control thing. It doesn't look sexy. It loses the sexiness to it. It gives it a mechanical look, but all those air holes, that's where the spring goes right there. And the spring basically just gives it the clicking sound when you select the air hole. But it loses sexiness, but look at that. It gives it more of an industrial look. Hold on. It gives it more of an industrial look, but this thing, airflow for days, because all the airflow, all the holes are open. This the smallest, bigger. So all four is open. I'll give you it's not really noticeable, crazy, but you can, when you're vaping it, you can tell. So let's do it at 16 watts. Like, you know what I mean? You can tell, like, when you're vaping it. You can't really tell when you're on video, but see, it doesn't look like a lot, but if you were in the room, then you'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool. And for a tank, it's amazing. So I definitely I suggest the Nautilus Aspire Nautilus tank, the Aspire Nautilus Mini. But no matter what you get, the Silo, you get the Nautilus, get the bottom vertical coils. And the big thing going on about the bottom vertical coils is everybody's curious of what the material it is, the filler material inside, because after a couple of weeks of vaping on it, a lot of guys on YouTube have taken the atomizer apart, and that stuff just crumbles into like a mush, it looks like what's supposed to be in a baby diaper. It's crazy, like, you know what I mean? So I'm sure somebody's going to actually put it into a lab and see exactly what it is, and hopefully it's nothing harmful. But that's just how it goes, how people are, man. Just like with smoking, it's bad for you. That coil could be bad for you, but we continue to use it. Like, we got to educate ourselves better for real, man. But I fall guilty to that too. So in any event, that's the Aspire, but it's not about that. It's about the Aspire. About the Silo from Beyond Vape. This thing is a great tank. Pick it up at beyondvape.com. All right. Tell them your boy Markie Dee sent you. Say, yo, Mark told me you was gonna give me a Silo for $35 or whatever it is, $35.99 or whatever. So get on there, get it. If you're already vaping, you've been to Rebuildables, buy it anyway and give it to somebody that smokes, and I promise you they will not smoke anymore. All right? It's your boy Prince Markie Dee. God bless you. And I'm going to record another video tonight. So what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about the orchid. So keep it locked, man. All right? It's your boy Prince Markie Dee on the Prince Markie Dee Show. 99 Jams, King of Diamonds, shot my whole family. All right? Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, at Prince Markie Dee. Original Fat Boy. Out.